Victor Tango Mike Echo Tango, Delhi ground. Readability check. How do you read?
Delhi ground. Victor Tango Mike Echo Tango. Read you 5. How do you read?
Read you 5, Delhi ground. Okay, Meet, very good afternoon. Are you feeling prepared?
Yes, sir.
What's the status?
Sorry, sir.
What's the status of your preparation? Do you have any final doubts?
No, sir. It was just that one doubt which I had asked you,
Hmm.
but yeah,
Any reason you're not able to clarify the doubt? I mean, why were you not able to understand? Your part two briefing also, we had done those things.
hmm
So, is it just due to sheer panic or sheer first time prep? How is it?
So it was actually due to the first time prep. I looked for it in the notes, but couldn't find it. Maybe I was in a hurry. That's why.
Logic. You cannot you cannot fly a plane panicking. It's as simple as that. How could you not know about something called as principle of radio navigation systems? They all work on radio waves. There would be a lot of principles, each assigned to each system based upon its application, frequencies, and how do we get the directional references? If you're still
Mhm.
struggling with imagining, then keep those topics parked and read and try to understand them. I can also give you access to navigation lectures for you to understand these things.
Mhm.
But yeah, you cannot be clueless. You cannot allow yourself to be clueless.
Okay. Right.
And it's a different kind of principle. That principle is different.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay, fine. Chalo, we'll get started, okay?
Yes.
We'll go
Are we
blind, yeah.
starting with part two or part
Part
one?
one and part two.
Okay.
What we can do is today we'll try to not go blind. We can just keep our cameras on and study so that we can take a feel that okay, examiners are present, we are present, and so on. So
Okay.
both will work. I'll share the paper on screen, and that's when you'll get started, okay? Until then, stay
Okay.
blind.
Sure.
Okay, Meet, you can get into the exam hall and can you see the paper in the chart?
Um, yeah, I can see it, sir.
Hmm. So what you can do is you can start transmitting. Just take a screenshot of the paper. So when we are discussing, you already have it. You can start transmitting. Just don't look at me. Just you can look at the question paper. Part one performance today is just for practice and analysis. Don't stress out, just try to maintain accuracy of whatever you can.
Question number one, alpha. Port Blair, Tower, Victor, Tango, Charlie, Foxtrot, Tango. On taxiway, Charlie. towards runway 27, IFR Port Blair to Kolkata. Received info about fire on taxiway. Request taxi instructions for runway 27.
Victor Tango, Charlie, Foxtrot Tango, Port Blair Tower, turn left for taxiway Charlie 1, continue straight for holding point runway 27. Kindly expedite.
Turn left for taxiway Charlie 1. Will continue straight for holding point runway 27. Wilco Victor Tango Charlie Foxtrot Tango.
Go to next question.
Port Blair
Please
Tower.
mention question number.
I say again. Question number 1, Bravo. Port Blair Tower. Victor Tango Charlie Foxtrot Tango. On runway 27. See a few seagulls on runway holding position
Go to next question.
Question number 2, Alpha. Pan, 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 pan. All aircraft in the vicinity of Chennai, Kolkata, FIR, route Whiskey 112, received bad weather warning ahead, negative contact with ATC, turning right for 15 nautical miles, will climb 500 feet at 10 nautical miles, correction, at 10 nautical miles, and fly parallel to deviated track. External lights on. Keep a look out. Aircraft, Boeing, heavy.
Go to next
Victor
question.
Tango, Charlie Foxtrot Tango.
You're asked to go to the next question.
Question number 2, Bravo. Kolkata Control, Victor Tango, Charlie Foxtrot Tango. Oh, 15 nautical miles right of Whiskey 112, 40 DME, inbound Salmon, had received bad weather warning, negative contact with ATC, had deviated on own, request rejoining whiskey 112 over salmon, estimating salmon 1540, Charlie 1545, Dorpid 1600, ETA Kolkata 1620, Radial 159er.
Go to next question.
Question number 3. Pan pan, pan pan, pan pan. All aircraft in the vicinity of Dorpid Victor Tango Charlie Foxtrot Tango enable RVSM due equipment negative contact with ATC over Dorpid deviating on own turning right for 15 nautical miles will climb 300 feet at 10 nautical miles and fly parallel to deviated track. All external lights on. Keep a look out. Aircraft Boeing Heavy.
Go to next question.
Question number 4. Kolkata Tower. Correction. Kolkata approach. Victor Tango, Charlie Foxtrot Tango. On long finals. Runway 27. C. Another aircraft on runway. Initiating missed approach and go around procedures. Aircraft Boeing Heavy. Radial 159er. Kolkata approach 12345 54321. How do you read Victor Tango Charlie Foxtrot Tango?
Check your ATC.
Kolkata Tower, Victor Tango, Charlie Foxtrot Tango, 12345 54321. How do you read?
Victor Tango, Charlie Foxtrot Tango, Kolkata Tower, read you 5.
Kolkata Tower, Victor Tango, Charlie Foxtrot Tango, on long finals, runway 27.
Go to next question. Quickly answer first. Just just write the blanks.
Question number 5, 1.
Read the statement, just write the answer.
Reduced vertical separation minima flight level are from flight level 280 to flight level 420.
That's wrong. Next. Quick.
Phrase, question number 5, 2. Phrase used for risk of collision is airprox.
It's incomplete. Next.
Airprox risk of collision. Question number 5,
Already told to go to next question now.
3. ATC service to aerodrome traffic is provided by Airport Authority of India.
That's wrong. Next.
Question number 5. 4. Annexure 10, Volume 2 relates to um, communication systems.
Okay, submit your paper.
Roger.
Okay, done sharing.
Yes, sir, I've sent it on WhatsApp.
Okay. So how was the experience?
Sir, it was okay. I could have done better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I felt that I was a bit, I was not managing time. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I could have improved in question number 5 as well.
Mm-hmm. Improved as in how?
Could have gone through the notes and just, yeah, I focused more on part 2. So I didn't really revise part 1 yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Were you able to understand the flight plan, the questions?
Yes, sir, I was able to understand.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What went wrong with question number 5? You didn't know the answers.
Yeah, so I was a bit confused in the answers, especially the
Aerodrome traffic is provided by tower or aerodrome control tower or control tower. Aerodrome traffic, main traffic with aerodrome. So these definitions are there. It is there in our notes. We just read and we just try to remember. How about Annex 10, Volume 2? What is it?
Sir, I was actually not sure, so I just said communication systems, but I knew it was wrong. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm. Part 2 Viva book. We have the lists, right?
yes, sir.
So cross check. It'll be a good revision.
Sure, I'll do it.
NX 10 volume 2 is communication, procedures, and not systems.
Okay.
See, these are basics, and it's equally important for part 2, these questions. So I was expecting you to be aware of these any given point in time. See, just there on page number 5.
Mm-hmm.
If you are to prepare for part 2 and if you're not thorough with these first 5, 10, 20 pages, then you just revise and get thorough with them quickly, ASAP. Nothing else. Okay, you would have easily scored 5 marks more if you have just said systems. Somewhere you had a good picture memory recall. You're under pressure of time. Don't take. I won't say you're not managing time. Your accuracy levels are good. You're a little slow, but it's good. Next attempt, you try to do a little fast. That's it. Next practice session. That's it. I don't mind your speed and everything because accuracy is good. You'll get there. So here, if you would have said it, then you will have easily got 60 on this paper, which is a
Mm-hmm.
good score. Not bad at all because all accuracies were there in a way. Very small errors were there because of which you lost 40 marks. But here, because question number 5, you could not answer, so you lost marks. Otherwise, you would have easily scored above 60. So your
Mm-hmm.
total score is, and you have been given benefit of doubt on approx risk of collision. See, if you are asked to go to the next question, then whatever you say for the earlier question, you will not get any points.
Mm-hmm.
So, but here you're getting 5. Question number 1, alpha, don't use the word towards. Say on taxiway Charlie for runway 27.
Okay.
Don't say info, say information. You write info, but you say information. You
Okay.
can say fire on taxiway. Which taxiway? You can say taxiway ahead of taxiway Charlie so that it relates to you. And the whole situation is that you cannot take taxiway Charlie. In the next question, you are given taxi runway 27, so you have to just ask for alternate taxiway, and you have to ensure that you're using other information. It's VIP on board. You cannot take delays. That's the whole reason why you're given a alternate taxiway to go via the same runway. And because there's a fire, you can also say pan pan. Here you'll get benefit of doubt. You have not said pan pan. It's fine because you have been informed by ATC. You didn't see fire.
Mm-hmm.
So you just have a little more clarity on your position where you are. That way your call will be 10 on 10 simply. These are just, you didn't mention other information. You didn't say the word alternate taxiway. Fire is
Mm-hmm.
on taxiway. Which taxiway? You didn't say that. You said info. Those are little errors.
Okay.
That's it. No major error. Your thought is in the right direction. You just have to like finish it. Like
Mm-hmm.
give a finishing touch to it.
Okay.
So for, not towards. Towards is not a RT word. Don't say info, say information. Mention which taxiway you are informed about fire. Taxiway ahead of Charlie on our way. Request alternate taxiway for runway 27. Kindly expedite new VIP on board. That's it. They'll tell you, or you can propose. If they don't know, then you can propose. Would like to take alternate taxiway Charlie 1 on our left to
Mm-hmm.
expedite due VIP on board. Request taxi reclearance or request instructions for alternate taxi to runway 27. Try to think how you can formulate a sentence using RT.
Okay.
Your thought is there, you're still getting 6. You could have easily got an 8, 9, 10 on this because these are silly
Mm-hmm.
errors. You didn't say other information. You didn't use the word alternate taxiway, alternate runway,
Mm.
reclearance, rerouting. They're just few.
Okay,
Good
sir.
read back. You could have said turning also. Will turn, good read back, not a problem. First question you started aram se after almost 4 minutes were done. It's okay. That helped you maintain accuracy. That's good. It will only fasten in the next one. But remember
Mm-hmm.
other information, VIP, any blockage on taxi, takeoff, arrival will impact your expeditious handling. So you have to be aware that I cannot take delay unnecessary. I need expeditious handling, this, that. So that is something that other information people generally miss. You have not
Mhm.
mentioned it anywhere in your paper. You have to. Question
Right.
number one, bravo. Don't say seagulls, say birds. Simple. No matter what kind of bird, say birds.
Okay.
Which runway? You're not mentioning the runway. How can we relate whether it's your runway or some other runway? If you're on runway 27, also mention you're seeing birds on runway 27.
Okay.
You are holding intention, but what is your intent? You missed your intent. You should say request bird scaring team. Kindly expedite due VIP on board. Please, you can get extra points. And here, the way you ended your call, it didn't seem like you have ended your call. Thought you would say something more. You did say holding position. You could have said request further instructions. Kindly expedite VIP on board. If you didn't know what to do, if you didn't know if you have to ask for birth carrying team, you can say request further instructions. Kindly expedite VIP on board. Come on. Logical reasoning will help you get there. You
Mhm.
have good hold of language, very good control, a few words here and there, couple of numbers. Not a big problem, but you have to get better from here. Question
Mhm.
number two, Alpha. Good job on Pan all aircraft in the vicinity of Chennai Kolkata FIR boundary. But who are you? You didn't say at all. W2.
Mhm.
So little more clarity in thoughts and you're there. You
So I
pushed yourself.
mentioned it in the end.
Doesn't matter. That's not the right way to take a call.
Okay.
And इस कॉल में एंड में भी नहीं बोला है आपने कहीं नहीं बोला अपना कॉल साइन.
Oh, because I actually wrote it down. That's why.
Doesn't matter. You didn't transmit it. You
Oh, okay.
cannot miss out on W1, W2 on any call. It's your first call. Even if
Okay.
you wrote it, you didn't speak it. Writing without speaking holds no importance.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't hear it. They're going to deduct the marks there only. Why didn't you say it?
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, all aircraft in the vicinity of Chennai, Kolkata FIR. That is W1, all aircraft. And this is addressing. What about W2? Where is it? Missed it. You did mention route for them. You said weather warning, negative contact. Not 500. 500 is for RVSM. For weather, it is 300. You have mismatched in both places.
Mm-hmm.
You said 10 nautical miles, then you corrected it to 10 nautical miles. Be careful. And don't say fly parallel to deviated track. You are on deviated track. So you'll say flying parallel on deviated track. You're parallel to the assigned track, but you're on the deviated track.
Mm-hmm.
And don't say external, say exterior or exterior lights on. And don't say exterior, say all exterior lights on. And you have missed mentioning your radial DME and you have missed mentioning your flight level also. A very major mistake. There are only five essential points that you have to say as a backbone of every call. Route, radial, DME, flight level, and estimates. You have missed three important ones. So you cannot allow yourself to do it any time ahead in any call going forward. It's a big no-no. If you don't know your radial DME flight level, you're not aware about your position, you are going to create my risk of airborne collision. You
Mm-hmm.
should
Okay.
be where you are supposed to be. If you are not giving me that report, it means you have not checked it yourself. It means you might be somewhere else. So make it a habit. Radial route DME पहले ही एयरक्राफ्ट को पिन पॉइंट कर रहे हैं आप. इन एयर रेडियल रूट डीएमई के साथ करना है. एनी व्यूअर विच इज नियरेस्ट टू यू वहां से रेडियल डीएमई ले लेना है. रूट पता है, फ्लाइट लेवल पता है, और दिक्कत क्या है, एस्टिमेट्स पता. दिक्कत क्या है, एवरीथिंग इज एन इट्स एन ओपन बुक एग्जाम. 60 to 80% of it is an open book exam.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting six there. Still getting good because you have good control over the correct things. That is a good job. इतना एरर करके भी 4 ही पॉइंट्स क्या है आपके, 10 मार्क का था ये. Question number B, fumbling is not allowed. Negative, negative, didn't use correction. Again, twice you used fumbling without using
Say again.
correction.
I couldn't hear you.
How do you read?
So radio 5. Actually, there was some very loud background noise on my end, so that's why.
No worries. So You fumbled here. Oh, don't fumble. Negative, you fumbled. Don't fumble. You didn't mention flight level, but this call, luckily, you mentioned your radial and somewhere you mentioned your DME. Radial DME say together. So I was happy that as you're getting comfortable, you are able to recall better things. This was a very good call otherwise. Good estimates, good ETA, but flight level was missing. Some other info, even if you didn't give, it's fine. Even if you gave, it's fine. See, you're getting deviations, you're getting RCF, but you have a VIP on board. Where's the urgency?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the urgency in your tone, in your voice, in your calls? You have to say VIP on board. At least you can end. It's a VIP aircraft. We have VIP on board. Please be careful, everyone. As a pilot, your job is extra important right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's already over any other important job that we'll have. But now carrying a VIP is like, okay, okay. So be aware and try to use it anywhere you can.
Okay, sir.
You can either think that, okay, I'm inexperienced, I'm just a young guy, just started to study, or you can think I have general logic. And most of the safety aspects of design are based on situational awareness and logic. So that way you can come up with certain assumptions that are towards the logical aspect of okay क्या ही होगा सेफ्टी के हिसाब से डबल चेक होगा ट्रिपल चेक होगा अवेयरनेस में मतलब रिपोर्टिंग सही होगी तो अवेयरनेस सही होगा रिपोर्टिंग तब सही होगी जब मुझे पता है मुझे क्या क्या ऑब्जर्व करके रिपोर्ट करना
Mm-hmm.
my job is to at least give my present position correctly to the ATC so that they know where they are where we are and they can cross check on the transponder if we have transponder to see whether what we are saying and where we are is correct. It means pilot is doing his or her correct job. Even if you are in a wrong place, if you accurately tell about that wrong place, then you are doing a good job.
Mm-hmm.
So radial DME position, flight level, uh, radial DME route, flight level estimates, awareness of other information and everything. Overall, this
Mm-hmm.
was good. So you're getting 7 here. फ्लाइट लेवल नहीं बोले एंड 2 बार फंबल किया आपने रेडियल डीएमई को प्लीज साथ में ले लो अभी भी कुछ कंफ्यूजन है तो प्लीज क्लैरिफाई बट अदरवाइज गुड कॉल आई रियली लाइक दिस वन जैसे जैसे आगे जा रहे थे कॉल्स बेटर हो रहे थे दैट इज गुड
Mm-hmm.
बट यू हैव टू एम्फसाइज मेजरली ऑन क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 and 2 एज वेल मेजरली क्योंकि दैट बिकम्स लाइक योर फिक्स डिपॉजिट
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Enable RVSM due equipment. It is 500 feet, not 300 feet. Same you have mismatched. Flying parallel, not to deviated track, on deviated track. And
Okay.
here also you didn't mention radial and DMA. And here also you didn't mention your flight level. Still you're getting good points. Because you
Mm-hmm.
have maintained good level of control and accuracy in a lot of areas. So I really am happy with your performance. These are silly errors. Please be aware and fix them and you are good to score 80, 90
Mm-hmm. Okay, sir. I'll keep that
on
in
an
mind.
on a above average to slightly tough paper easily you can score. Super
Mm-hmm.
extra tough paper, okay, even if you score 50, 55, 60 is good enough.
Mm-hmm.
Something that you might have never seen, but only using your knowledge base and your own thought process, thinking and analysis. That will be a paper where इन क्वेश्चंस पे प्रैक्टिस नहीं की होगी बट हाँ समझ है और मैं रियल टाइम में फर्स्ट टाइम इनको कॉल दे रहा हूँ those would be the toughest type of papers. Nothing is going to change, neither the rules of the air nor definition. Only fact would be maybe you would have not done that particular situation before. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't
Okay.
change the basics, doesn't change the strategy or the call structure or the essentials of a call.
Mm-hmm.
So anywhere, if there are 4 segments for every call for me to assess, 3 can always be said. Call structures, language, where you are.
Mm-hmm.
It is the last thing what you need could be confusing to you. Rest everything will be always there. So at least out of 20, you can easily score 15 if you're correct with these 3.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
then you can just play with it, ask ATC for information or assumption, clarification or hints in RT procedures, assuming they are ATC, or maybe you make a calculated guess and that becomes correct. So that can always happen. or you'll just recall, okay, I have read it somewhere, maybe this is it, let's give it a try. So those are
Mm-hmm.
the tough papers for students. But here I don't see you having much problem other than these essential things. Radial DME flight level, you're not thinking only. So you're still on ground. Please get into air. RVSM and weather deviation flying parallel on deviated track. Weather is 300 feet. RVSM is 500 feet. W1, W2, be very careful. Here,
Oh,
2 points I'm taking away and 1 point for the silly mistakes. So you're just
mm-hmm.
getting 13, trying to give maximum here.
Okay.
Question number 4, you were calling tower, then all of a sudden you said approach. Finals, long finals, with tower only. Long finals is also an extended part of ATC circuit. All planes in ATC circuit will be talking to tower only. So why did you do this? Why did you call approach? See another aircraft on runway. Same problem as the fire and birds. Which runway?
Mm-hmm.
Which runway? Initiating missed approach and go around procedure was good. Don't say radial. When you are aligned on ILS or you are cleared for landing, no radial DME is there anymore. It's just the ILS centerline and glide slope and marker beacons.
Mm-hmm.
So don't say radial unnecessarily anywhere. Now there's no more radial and everything. All that is done when you were joining DME arc or your arrival procedures, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Here you got no response. You took a lot of time to understand. Give 5 to 10 seconds to see if you get any response. If no, you write no response. Give me a call again. What have we taught to you when there is RCF? Don't do this. Simply raise the station. Kolkata approach, Victor Tango, Charlie Foxtrot Tango. Call the original ATC once that you have called from where you're not getting a response. Just raise. Don't do this. And whenever you're doing readability check, instead of scale, just say readability check and check how do you read.
Okay.
It's a part of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's part of pre-flight radio check. Readability check can be done anywhere, anytime. At least mention the name. You have not
Okay.
mentioned the name. It's an incorrect readability check. It's a mix of the two, but with less than essential information. So
Mm-hmm.
Kolkata approach, Victor Tango, Charlie Foxtrot Tango, like they just raise the station, give 5, 10 seconds. If no response, then realize, oh, I've called the wrong ATC. Yourself, don't get stuck. Don't be blank. Then just raise the station or go to the next best ATC. Come on, it should have clicked. Already clicked. It's tower.
Mm-hmm.
But here also, SIF, just raise the station. Don't need to do readability check with them unnecessarily. But it's a good thinking, good thought. In the exam, just try to raise the station because here you would not have lost time and maybe you could have got 10 points extra because of question number 5 not making you panic and you could have recalled correctly all flight levels because you knew the answers, you were just not sure. If I would have given you 15 more seconds, not put pressure on you, it's very difficult to solve 4 questions in just 30 seconds. And you were trying to do it. You did it in 60 seconds, but with less accuracy, like partial say with less. What
Mm-hmm.
will you do? No response. Just raise the station of original ATC. Quickly 5 to 10 seconds. No response. Write no response. Call the next ATC just by raising the station.
Mm-hmm.
So all that was unnecessary. Your thought is in the right process, but here it misfired because there was a better way to deal with it, which you had to adopt.
Mm-hmm.
Then I told you read you 5. Then you started giving the whole call again. If I would have made you do it, then ये थोड़ा भी attempt नहीं हो पाता. You were able to finish up to question number 5. 2 rest, 30 seconds extra लगे आपको.
Mm-hmm.
इतने में भी अगर आप दोनों को अच्छे से दे देते, क्या है इसका आंसर? सो इजी. इट्स 2980 टू फ्लाइट लेवल 410. क्या पढ़े हो आप? कहाँ से बनाया है आपने खुद का? कहीं अपडेट्स आई हैं क्या डीजीसी के जो मैंने नहीं देखे हैं?
Negative, sir.
And airprox risk of collision, it's there in the question only and you were a little late to give me the answer. कितना इजी था ये. आपको 10 पॉइंट्स यहाँ ही मिल जाते तो तुरंत 65 हो जाता वो. दैट इज एन एक्सेलेंट स्कोर फॉर समबडी हु इज नॉट, हु इज लाइक पार्शियली प्रिपेयर्ड और लाइक नॉट thoroughly, लाइक फाइनल प्रेप नहीं की जिन्होंने. इट्स सो इजी. Just a quick split second thought you could have given
Mm-hmm.
and your job would have been easy. Airprox risk of collision. Why did you say flight level 280 to 420?
So it was just confusion.
How? You cannot be confused, me. Have clarity. I gave you so much of time. Come on, think as a leader, not as a beginner. I'm giving you that stage.
Mm-hmm.
This Please check definitions of ATCs. Aerodrome traffic service. ATC service to aerodrome traffic. Air traffic control service to aerodrome traffic is provided by. This sentence is there. It is there in a lot of books. Seems like a confusing one, but it is not confusing. See this. Please do runway markings carefully. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Touchdown zone, threshold, and everything carefully. I'll be sharing a text message with you about bandwidth and couple of more pointers.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Read them and also radio altimeter. Read them and study them. Okay. If you have any doubts, do ask.
Okay.
Remind me to send that to you.
Sure.
Mm, what is the difference between clearance and instruction? What is the meaning of approval? What is clearance? What is broadcast? Which annex, ELT, VHF band range, HF frequency day and night. Okay. ARNS full form. These are good, quick to pick up pointers to increase your knowledge base.
Mm-hmm.
Shadowing and everything, fading, attenuation, dead space. See, these questions were asked to you. Critical angle was asked to you.
Mm-hmm.
Propagation, advantages and all. Come on, फुर्सत में पढ़ना है. Extra questions, you can always prepare for these also. See this. ATC service to aerodrome traffic is given by. So here are the possible ATCs that we have. Company dispatch, we say dispatch. Apron, we say apron. Direction finding, Homer. Radar, ground, SMC. Aerodrome control is tower. Area
Mm-hmm.
control is control. Approach control is approach. Approach control for arrivals and approach control for departure is arrival and departure. Here
Mm-hmm.
we generally have approach as a common term in our exams. It
Mm-hmm.
could be subdivided into people taking care of arrival aircrafts from the approach airspace, and partially there will be a team taking care of departure also. So that is the word where we say departure or arrival.
Mm-hmm.
Delivery, clearance delivery is that particular ATC that is going to give me my ATC clearances. So generally in exams we take it from tower, but there will be certain aerodromes in reality where you might have to call Mumbai delivery and take ATC clearance from them. It's like that instead of Mumbai tower, like that. But here you just need to be aware in the exam you stick to what we have studied. What do we talk about? Yeah. Uh, ATC service, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there mentioned somewhere? Mm, mm, I hope you have done abbreviations also.
Yes, so I went through it once.
Hmm. Then go through these, fill in the blanks. They have like frequently asked questions, couple of misprints. Go with the correct one. Okay. Like
Mhm.
this is wake turbulence
Yeah, I
and
went through.
interpilot frequency 123 decimal 45.
Okay. Mhm.
Don't study the wrong ones. ATC service. Yeah, wait again. ये सब अच्छे से करना है आपको.
Mhm.
See, 83. ADC service to aerodrome traffic is provided by aerodrome control tower. Approach control service is provided by approach control office. अच्छे से करो इनको. The same actually can be found here also. Book 1.1. See, when we have aerodrome control service, air traffic control service, okay, yeah, read this one. Air traffic control service for aerodrome traffic. Okay. Aerodrome control service, not air traffic control service. So we have a common name given to the ADCs that will handle aerodrome traffic, and that common name is aerodrome control service. In that, we have segments. So, aerodrome control tower is a unit established to provide air traffic control service to aerodrome traffic. This is that question number 1, question number 5.1 that you had. तो ये जितने भी एरोड्रोम ट्रैफिक के डेफिनेशन से इनको 2-3 बार पढ़ के समझ लो, डाउट रहेगा तो मुझे बताना, आई एक्सप्लेन अच्छे से. कुछ भी पूछ सकते हैं, ज्यादा डिफिकल्ट नहीं है. एरोड्रोम ट्रैफिक क्या होती है? All traffic on the maneuvering area of an aerodrome and all traffic flying in the vicinity of an aerodrome. Maneuvering area, apron and movement area, ये तीनों के definitions मुझे बहुत clearly चाहिए, आपके पास होने चाहिए. Write it down. Apron, maneuvering area and movement area.
Okay.
Are you following?
Yes,
See,
sir.
apron is here. All definitions you'll find here, book 1.1. This is the latest version of Rules of the Air. This is your guide, basically, for a commercial pilot to fly and to understand the rules of the air, even for regulations, even for RT, even for real flying. And it is in sync with what ICAO has issued for us. Okay? Understood?
Yes, sir.
Area control service. It is an air traffic control service for controlled flight in control areas. So control के जो keywords हैं, मेरा ACC मेरा मुंबई कंट्रोल किसको services दे रहा है? They are giving services for controlled flights in controlled areas. Keywords. You'll be a step ahead for such questions also anytime if you have clarity. 5 से 6 concepts हैं ऐसे बस. See, control area. A control airspace extending upwards from a specified limit above the earth. Simple. Earth से ऊपर से कहीं से starts and ends somewhere. That's control area. It could vary the fractions that we see on the chart. The word controlled means the flying and air traffic service and everything should be by the law. Anybody flying here should be a part of the whole law that we have been following. Outside this area, if you're going to fly, you're not going to get air traffic service. And if you're not abiding by the law and still getting in a controlled airspace, then also you will not be given air traffic service. A controlled airspace is the one that we'll generally see on flight radar where planes are flying. Wherever planes are not flying is a non-controlled airspace we can understand. There are two types of aircrafts that you can see. Majority of them you can track and see all essentials. Some aircrafts you will not even get call signs. Those aircrafts can be understood hypothetically right now as uncontrolled aircrafts. Obviously, they are controlled, but they have special privileges, or they might be flying, but without ADC or whatever the case is. So controlled means you can fly from here to there, but you'll be breaking the law if you are not following the law and not flying in a controlled airspace. And you'll be increasing your risk also. So understand what controlled means. Okay?
Okay.
Controlled flight. Any flight which is subject to an air traffic control clearance. So if you have not submitted a flight plan, and you're taking off, then you're not a controlled flight. That's how we figure it out. Are you
Mm.
following?
Yes, I'm following.
I'm just showing you. Read.
Mhm.
Read and understand. It's basic, it's not too much. जितना भी एक्स्ट्रा पढ़ोगे वो आपको रेगुलेशंस में काम आने वाला है।
Uh-huh.
ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts?
Negative, sir, no doubts. You have cleared my doubts.
So just say the correct things, say situational awareness, mention other information, use the right language, info. You can easily get +3 here. Then didn't mention which runway number, didn't mention intent, didn't mention priority. It's just silly. You could have easily gotten 2 here. Then W2 you missed. You could have just thought a little more. Okay, W1 हो गया, W2 बोलना है. मैंने तो बताया नहीं मैं कौन हूँ.
Mm.
And 300 feet, silly error, be very clear. All exterior lights on, radial DME. ये सब बोल देते आपको सीधा 10 पे 10 मिल जाता है यहाँ पर.
Mhm.
रिकॉर्ड बाकी अच्छा था आपका. ब्रावो में जस्ट फंबलिंग था और फ्लाइट लेवल मिसिंग था. इजीली आपको पूरे 10 on 10 मिल सकते. तो गुड क्वालिटी ओवरऑल. Slight errors, you need to fix them. Otherwise, it's good. This question again, RVSM mismatch, radial DME flight level miss. Otherwise, easily you got an 18 out of 20. Aram se, because you handle it really well.
Mm.
क्वेश्चन नंबर 4, वही टावर अप्रोच का गड़बड़ था. रनवे नंबर नहीं बताया है, अननेसेसरी रेडियल बता दिया. रॉन्ग ATC, डिडंट फॉलो राइट प्रोटोकॉल. थोड़ा रीडेबिलिटी चेक किया इंस्टेड ऑफ रेजिंग द स्टेशन. थोड़ा टाइम लूज हुआ बट गुड एक्सपीरियंस. ऐसे एक दो क्वेश्चन में तो होगा ही एग्जाम में, वेर यूल रियलाइज गोइंग टू मैस अप. Try to understand where you are making a flaw. Your flaw was multifold. Tower की जगह approach क्या ठीक है? We have a solution. No response, just raise the station again. If no, then you will automatically know whom to call. Just
Mm.
raise the station. So भले ही आपने फर्स्ट लेवल पे मिस्टेक की है, सेकंड लेवल पे फेल सेफ मेथड है आपके पास. जस्ट रेज द स्टेशन. इफ नॉट, कॉल द नेक्स्ट बेस्ट ATC जस्ट बाय रेजिंग द स्टेशन. ये मत भूलना आप. ये RCF कभी भी कोई रियल टाइम में भी सिमुलेट कर सकता है एग्जाम में. सो एक लेवल पे आपकी जितनी भी स्ट्रैटेजीज हैं, एक लेवल पे मिस्टेक हो रही है तो दूसरे लेवल पे बचेगी, दूसरे पे हो रही है तो तीसरे पे भी बचेगी. सो बी वेरी केयरफुल. यहाँ पे यू यूज्ड योर ओन क्रिएटिविटी विच आई अप्रिशिएट, बट इट वाज नॉट डन करेक्टली. You can mention negative contact with approach, readability check 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. How do you read?
Mm.
थोड़ा वो भी कर सकते थे एक्स्ट्रा. बट यू गेट पॉइंट्स फॉर क्रिएटिविटी. समवेयर यू वर डूइंग द राइट थिंग. बट एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से थोड़ा और एफिशिएंट कर सकते, टाइम बच जाता, 10 मार्क एक्स्ट्रा मिल जाता. ऐसा
Oh.
था. So over here, because it was an easy question for 20 marks, क्या ही था? कोलकाता टावर, विक्टर टैंगो चार्ली फॉक्सट्रॉट टैंगो on long finals runway 27, Boeing heavy. See another aircraft on runway 27. Initiating missed approach and go around procedure. VIP on board, kindly expedite. Passenger on board 120, IFR, Port Blair to Kolkata. I say again, another aircraft on runway 27. Victor Tango Charlie Foxtrot Tango, long finals, runway 27, initiating missed approach and go around procedure. Kindly expedite with further instructions.
Mm.
क्या ही करना है और अपन को? सिंपल है ना, नॉट दैट डिफिकल्ट. वो रियल लाइफ में मैं इतना एक्स्ट्रा करूंगा ना, सब समझ जाएंगे. ओके, समथिंग मेजर कुड हैव हैपेंड. A VIP aircraft is coming. How even an airport has another, and a runway has another runway when he or she is on long finals?
Mm.
Were they
Yeah.
cleared for Were they cleared for backtracking? Were they cleared for takeoff? How? लॉन्ग फाइनल्स पे नहीं है. बट क्योंकि
Mm.
VIP एयरक्राफ्ट है, आई कैन नॉट टेक रिस्क. पैसेंजर एयरक्राफ्ट भी होता है, वुड नॉट हैव टेकन रिस्क. लॉन्ग फाइनल से फाइनल कितना ही टाइम जाता है? 8 nautical miles to 4 nautical miles. सौ
Right.
100 knots की स्पीड पे भी मैं जा रहा हूँ, तो 50 knots 30 minutes. 50 nautical miles 25 nautical miles 15 minutes. तो
Mm.
5 nautical miles would be like what 3 4 minutes. ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं बचता है मेरे पास.
Right. Right.
मैं भी कम बता रहा हूँ आपको, स्लो स्पीड में लैंडिंग हो रही है.
Mm-hmm.
सो लॉन्ग फाइनल्स मिस अप्रोच कर दो सेफ्टी के लिए, क्योंकि VIP है और उसको मेंशन करो आप. अब ज्यादा भी नहीं तो इस पे 16 इजीली स्कोर कर लेते. 16 या 17, लाइक +5 तो मिल ही जाता आपको. Plus, any confusions in RVSM theory?
No, no, sir.
Why 280 to 420?
Yeah, that was just a small confusion.
It cost you 5 marks. Airprox risk of collision को इतना टाइम क्यों लगा निकलने के लिए? गो टू नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन के बाद दे रहे हो आंसर.
Sir,
फिर भी
actually,
आपको 4 मिले, +1 हो जाता यार.
I was saying I accidentally read the question as no risk of collision, so I was confirming that.
बी केयरफुल.
Mm-hmm.
इंक्रीज योर फोकस व्हेन यू आर पैनिकिंग. दिमाग में बिठा लो, जब ज्यादा पैनिक होता है ना, फोकस भी बढ़ा लेता है.
Mm-hmm.
जस्ट गाइड योर माइंड एंड सी वेदर इट वर्क्स और नॉट, बिकॉज यू ऑलरेडी डूइंग सो मच. सो गुड. वो फुल 3 घंटे का वेटिंग पीरियड एंड बीइंग प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर पार्ट 2 बट गिविंग पार्ट 1, ये सब अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस है. उस हिसाब से आपने बहुत अच्छा किया.
Mm-hmm.
प्रैक्टिस के हिसाब से तो बहुत अच्छा किया, बट यू हैव टू गेट अहेड फ्रॉम योर.
Yes.
फिर ये AI तो ठीक है. गुड गेस. बट यू नो एरोड्रोम कंट्रोल टावर इजीली +5 आ जाता अगर वो 90 क्वेश्चंस को अच्छे से बाय हार्ट कर लिया होता. तो बाय हार्ट ही तो करना है बच्चों की तरह.
Yes.
कंसोलिडेटेड इन्फो फ्रॉम ऑल द बुक्स दैट यू हैव. करना ही क्या है, वो तो इजी है ना. लाइक कोई 21 सेट्स की क्वेश्चन बुक आती थी हमारे टाइम पे, हम स्कूल में थे,
Mm-hmm.
अभी भी आती होगी. सो वो
Mm-hmm.
क्यों पढ़ते थे हम टेक्स्ट बुक से ज्यादा? बिकॉज हाँ, क्वेश्चंस के हिसाब से वही सब्जेक्ट मैटर दिया है जो टेक्स्ट बुक में दिया. इट बिकम्स इजी टू इमेजिन क्वेश्चंस.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
तो वो वैसा ही है. एनेक्शन 10 ऑलमोस्ट देयर. प्रोसीजर्स एंड देन सिस्टम्स. समझ
Mm-hmm.
लो आज और बाय हार्ट कर लो ये सारे एनेक्सेस के
Mm-hmm.
नाम और उनके वॉल्यूम्स जो भी हैं. इजीली
Okay.
+5 +20 तो आपका कहीं नहीं जाता. समझ रहे आप? तो आपको एक्स्ट्रा आपको मिलता है यहाँ पे +16. ये तो अननेसेसरी गया है आपका. सो 55 +16 ऑलरेडी आपका 71 हो जा रहा है. ऑलरेडी. इफ योर क्वेश्चन नंबर 5 इज एक्यूरेट, 71 इज सच अ गुड स्कोर. प्लस ये मिस्टेक हटा देते आप. +5. यहाँ पे भी +5. यहाँ पे +3. यहाँ पे +4. यहाँ पे +2.
Mm-hmm.
यहाँ पे +3. सो just avoid these silly mistakes and your actual score is 93 on 100 on this paper. एंड याद रखना, +16 तो ये आपके क्वेश्चन नंबर 5 के चले गए, जो जिसके लिए टाइम भी मिली थी, जो आप करके बैठ सकते हो जस्ट लाइक पार्ट 2 के बेसिस पे.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
सो
Yeah.
71 तो आपका कहीं नहीं जा रहा था अगर पार्ट क्वेश्चन नंबर 5 प्रॉपरली प्रिपेयर कर लो.
Mm-hmm.
एंड 93 if you avoid any silly mistakes. This is excellent. Good job.
Thank you, sir.
Any questions?
No, sir, no questions. I'll just have to revise a lot.
Hmm. Now wait in the waiting room. When your name is called, we'll quickly do part 2. Okay?
Sure.
Just drink water and don't go anywhere. We'll finish, only then you go.
Sure, sure, sir.
Hmm.
How long is that going to take?
How does it matter? Depends upon you. कहीं जाना है तो बोलो और चले जाओ.
नहीं, sir, नहीं जाना.
भूख लगी है क्या?
A little bit, but it's okay. I can.
प्रोटीन बार खा के बैठना एग्जाम के टाइम पे भी.
Mm-hmm.
सिंपल. Nothing that will make you uncomfortable and you'll have energy. Or have almonds and something like whatever that is rich in protein.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
सुबह ही खा लो और हैवी मत करना, नींद आएगी. बट या, either have easy protein bar or have almonds
Okay. Yeah.
or whatever you like, quick. Just pure protein.
Mm-hmm.
सुबह ही खा के बैठ जाना. चलो. Okay, Meet, please come to the exam room.
Good afternoon, sir. May I come in?
Yeah, please come in.
May I have a seat?
Yeah, sure. So, Meet, what do you mean by RVSM?
Sir, RVSM is an abbreviation for reduced vertical separation minima. It is basically an airspace from flight level 290 to flight level 410, where aircrafts can fly um, one on top of each other. I mean to say, aircrafts can fly at a vertical distance of 1,000 feet from each other if they're going in the same direction, and if they're going in opposite directions, then they can fly at a vertical distance of 500 feet from each other.
Have you not studied RVSM? Okay, what do you understand by WPC?
Sir, WPC stands for Wireless Planning and Coordination Wing. Um, they're responsible for conducting our RTR exams, as well as the managing the
Okay,
telecommunications.
okay. What are the different flight rules?
So there are four types of flight rules: VFR, IFR, Yankee, and Zulu. So VFR stands for Visual Flight Rules. IFR stands for Instrument Flight Rules. Yankee is when we follow IFR first and then VFR, and Zulu stands for when we follow VFR first and then IFR.
What are the conditions for VFR?
So the conditions for VFR are the visibility of should be more than 5,000 meters, and um, in case of special VFR, it can be between 1,500 and 5,000 meters.
How about cloud height and cloud distance?
Um, no, not really sure about that, sir.
Have you not read Rules of the Air? Where do you find Rules of the Air? Which publication?
Sir, DGCA, CAR, Section 9, Series C, Part 1.
You know where to find it, but you don't know flight rules, that too is VFR. How is that possible? Which rule governs the usage of radio telephony license as well as flight rules? Which rule of the Indian Aircraft Rules 1937?
Sir, it is CAR, Section 9, Series D,
Not
Part.
talking about where to find reference. Need the rule number.
Mm, I'm
Okay.
not able to recall it
What
right.
are the sections of DGCA-CR? Name a few.
Sir, Section uh, 9er
Mhm.
and Section 8.
Okay. Explain ICAO flight plan.
Sir, ICAO flight plan is a document filed by a pilot before going for a flight. It has a lot of various information about the flight, as uh, such as the call sign, identification mark, and the passengers on board, etc.
Mhm. Explain aircraft nationality and registration marking.
So the aircraft nationality mark is a two-letter code It is issued by International Telecommunications Union. Uh, it defines the nationality of the aircraft. So for India, the nationality mark is Victor Tango. For Indian civil aircrafts, that is. For defense aircrafts, it is Victor Uniform. And for unmanned aircrafts, it is Uniform.
Mm-hmm. How about registration marking?
Registration marking can be 3 to 5 letters. Um, they're basically 3 letter codes issued by the minister by the
Okay. Explain cell
mhm.
call.
Cell call stands for selective calling. It is done on it's a call that can be done on HF radio, and um, it can be done pre-flight as well as airborne.
How about cell call codes?
Um, Sorry, sir, I am not able to recall it.
Okay, thank you. You can go to the next examiner.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Meet.
Um,
So what do you mean by an EM wave?
Sir, EM wave stands for electromagnetic waves. They have they're they're formed by the vigorous movement of particles like electrons, which creates an electric component. The movement of electric the continuous movement of electric component um, creates a magnetic component as well. So it has two components, an electric component as well as a magnetic component. They travel at the speed of light, which is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meters per second. And a few examples of EM waves can be X-rays, UV rays, VHF, and HF waves.
Okay. What frequencies do you use for voice communication?
Sir, for voice communications, we use two frequencies, VHF, which stands for very high frequency, and HF, which stands for high frequency. The frequency bands for VHF are between 30 megahertz to 300 megahertz. And for HF, it is between 3 megahertz to 30 megahertz.
What do we use for voice communication?
So for voice communications, we use HF as well as VHF.
You don't know which frequencies are used
Oh,
for VHF and HF?
yes, I do. So for
Asking
VHF,
you third time right now.
sorry, sir, I'll explain it once again. So for VHF, the frequencies used for voice communication are between 118 megahertz to 137 megahertz. And for HF, the frequencies used for voice communications are between 2 megahertz to 22 megahertz.
How do HF waves propagate?
So HF waves propagate via surface waves as well as sky waves.
Mm-hmm. Explain.
Via surface waves, they propagate directly from the transmitter to the receiver on the surface of the Earth. The distance on sorry the speed on water is greater than the speed by which it travels on land. And for sky waves, they um, propagate in such a way that a critical ray is transmitted from a ground station, which goes up to the ionosphere and gets deflected and comes back to a ground station. So the distance from one ground station to however far the first critical ray transmit is called skip distance. And the space between the uh,
How do VHF waves propagate?
so VHF waves propagate via line of sight as well as sky waves.
That's
And
wrong. VHF cannot propagate through sky waves. What are you saying?
sorry, sir, I meant to say space waves.
What is ADF?
Sir, ADF stands for automatic direction finding. It helps the pilot um, to determine his direction when he's with uh, reference to an aerodrome when he or she is in the vicinity of an aerodrome. They give out a relative bearing from a station.
Mm-hmm.
Y- yeah, they give out a relative bearing from a station um, via cardioids.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
What is the, how do you do runway numbering?
sir. Runways are numbered according to the uh, with reference to the true north of the Earth. Um, so, for example, if the runway,
Wrong. Please make a receiver block diagram.
okay,
Why are you giving wrong answers? Have you studied wrong? It's one thing to not know an answer, and it's another thing to give a wrong answer. What do you mean by emission codes?
um,
Hmm? Emission codes.
so just give me a second. I'm trying to recall the answer. Meanwhile, I'll draw the diagram as well.
Quick. Okay, whatever you made, please send. Your time is running out, and also answer what is emission codes. Show me the diagram on screen.
So this is the diagram for receiver. Are you able to see it, sir?
I think you made a diagram. Okay. Send a picture. Quickly say what are emission codes.
Um, so there are four letter codes.
Mhm.
Um,
Emission codes are not four-letter codes.
Just a second, sir. I'm sending a picture. I'm sorry, I'm not able to recall the answer of the
It's
question.
okay. Okay, thank you. You can leave.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me here.
Okay. Okay, Meet. So how was part two?
Sir, it wasn't very great according to me.
Why so?
So, to be honest, I was not fully prepared.
Doesn't matter. When you are in exam, think about performance. You have studied, you have recall, you have to work in that direction always. It's there. It's not like you have not done it, you have not studied it, you have not read it. It's all there. WPC better definition could have been given. RVSM better explanation could have been given. Flight rules was good. Conditions for VFR, please study. Rules of air publication, section 9 was fine. Rule for RT is rule 63. How many times will I teach this? You have been also taught this so many times in so many sessions when other students were giving mock. Things that I've taught in those sessions, you have not recalled them at all. ICAO flight plan, you could have easily set the doc format and given information with respect to item number, something that you have studied. You're not saying anything that you have studied. Ex Nationality and registration markings was good. Cell call, such a nice way we have taught you cell call. It's there in notes also. I don't know why you didn't answer correctly. These are such easy questions. EM wave, I don't know from where you're getting energy particles. What we have taught you is the first way you should say. EM waves are called electromagnetic waves. They're sine waves or sinusoidal in nature, having two components, electric and magnetic, both perpendicular to each other and to the direction of propagation. EM waves are radio waves having different frequencies and wavelengths. Frequency is number of cycles per second. Wavelength is physical distance traveled in meters by a cycle. कम ऑन ये है इसका डेफिनेशन जिसमें यूनिट वेवलेंथ फ्रीक्वेंसी बोलना है इट्स रिलेटेड टू आरटी एनर्जी पार्टिकल्स अप एंड डाउन हो रहे हैं ठीक है ईएनटीसी का एग्जाम नहीं हो रहा है टेलीकॉम इंजीनियरिंग का एग्जाम नहीं हो रहा जो सिखाया वो नहीं बोल रहे हैं आप पता नहीं कहाँ से कुछ बोल रहे हैं आप सो दैट इज वेरी बैड इतना अच्छा अपॉर्चुनिटी है उसको वेस्ट नहीं करना है एग्जाम क्लियर करने का फ्रीक्वेंसी फॉर वॉइस कॉम हिंट पे हिंट दे रहे हैं फिर भी स्टबर्न होके एक ही आंसर दे रहे हैं समझ नहीं रहे एग्जामिनर हिंट दे रहा है मुझे तो पता है आपने पढ़ा है एग्जामिनर उम्मीद करेगा फिर जाके आपने आंसर दिया है हाउ डू एच वेज प्रोपोगेट लास्ट मॉक अच्छे से आपको सब कुछ समझाया था आंसर ही नहीं दे रहे हैं वीएचएफ एचएफ पूछा है कि प्रोपोगेशन अपने आप बोल देना है पूछना नहीं है कितने बार आपको बोला है, अगर एक टॉपिक पे आपको सवाल पूछ रहे हैं तो उसके बारे में जितना पता है सब बोल देना है आपको and the difference over water and land is not the speed they all travel at speed of light only it's the range का फॉर्मूला है वो keywords टोटल इंटरनल रिफ्रैक्शन के वजह से नीचे आते हैं ड्यू टू आइनोस्फेरिक लेयर वो वर्ड ही नहीं यूज हो रहा है लास्ट सेशन में भी आपको मैंने बताया था टोटल इंटरनल रिफ्रैक्शन यू हैव टू मास्टर प्रोपोगेशन जरूरत है तो अटेंड दैट लेक्चर अगेन हाउ
Mhm.
डू एंड डोंट से surface wave and sky waves बोलो we use sky wave propagation for HF waves but HF waves do travel through surface waves also naturally but we use sky waves and then explain sky waves surface
Mhm.
wave and sky wave में सिर्फ डिफरेंस बताना है डेड स्पेस का
Mhm. Okay.
हूँ नहीं समझना और अप्लाई करना है मीत कम ऑन यू हैव अ गोल्डन चांस पार्ट टू में ऐसा करके आओगे कोई एग्जामिनर शायद तुम्हें 50-50 रख के बोलेगा नहीं इसको थोड़ी और मेहनत करके आने दो यू आर देयर यू नो ऑल दीज थिंग्स यू हैव स्टडीड ऑल दीज थिंग्स there's no reason why you'll not be giving me up to 70-80% of efficiency in your answers कोई रीजन नहीं मिल रहा है मुझे ऐसा है ही नहीं कि कुछ बाहर से पूछा है इसमें से बाहर से पूछेंगे तो क्या आंसर्स दोगे आप जब क्लास के आंसर्स अच्छे से नहीं दे पा रहे हैं सो यू हैव टू वर्क ऑन इट आई हैव गिवन यू टाइम I've given you the strategies. If it's not working for you, change it. But you have to get there. हाउ डू वेव्स प्रोपोगेट? कहीं और से आपने डायरेक्ट डायरेक्ट वेव एंड स्पेस, क्या था वो नैव के लिए करेंगे, आपको सिंपली बताया लाइन ऑफ साइट। इसमें क्या होता है, एक डायरेक्ट जाती है और एक जगह से रिफ्लेक्ट होके जाती है, दो तरह से वीएचएफ जाते हैं। हम लाइन ऑफ साइट पे ही स्टिक स्टिक करेंगे, दूसरा नहीं करेंगे। स्पेस वेव्स बोल रहे हो तो सरफेस वेव्स क्यों बोल रहे हो आप? गलत मत बोलो, एग्जामिनर्स को पता चल जाएगा कि ओवर कॉन्फिडेंस में आया बच्चा, जबकि आप में ऐसा कुछ है ही नहीं ओवर कॉन्फिडेंस वाला, सो व्हाई मेक देम इवन डिडक्ट मार्क्स ऑन दैट। एडीएफ, पहले तो एक प्रिंसिपल का स्टेटमेंट रट लो आप, बिकॉज आप नहीं कर पा रहे हो, प्लीज इट जस्ट वन लाइनर, मग इट अप एंड देन चेंज इट टू योर सेंटेंस इफ यू हैव टू। फुल फॉर्म भी सही नहीं सुनाई दे रहा है, चलो रिलेटिव बेरिंग तो बोली, कार्डियोइड तो बोली, एक लाइन है याद करनी है, समरी पेज दिया है उसमें प्रिंसिपल दिया है। एयरबोर्न इक्विपमेंट ग्राउंड इक्विपमेंट नहीं है, फ्रीक्वेंसीज नहीं है, एनडीबीज का कोई बात नहीं हो रहा है, क्या है ये? इतने अच्छे से आपको सिस्टम्स के लिए मैंने बोला था करने के लिए। सिस्टम्स को कैसे क्रैक करना है एग्जाम में? फुल फॉर्म, फ्रीक्वेंसीज, प्रिंसिपल, पोलार डायग्राम, एयरबोर्न इक्विपमेंट, ग्राउंड बोर्ड इक्विपमेंट एंड टाइप ऑफ बेयरिंग दैट वी गेट। उसके बाद आता है एक्यूरेसी एंड एरर्स, 9 पॉइंट्स है सिर्फ। और एक ब्लॉक डायग्राम आ सकता है, 10 पॉइंट्स, अगर किसी सिस्टम में है तो। क्या एक सिस्टम के 10 पॉइंट याद करने में इतना मुश्किल हो रहा है आपको? मेरे को समझ नहीं रहा। क्या एक फ्रीक्वेंसी रेंज याद नहीं कर सकते? एल एफ एम एफ में यूज होती है, कौन सी फ्रीक्वेंसीज है वो याद नहीं कर सकते? दिक्कत क्या है? मेरे को समझ नहीं रहा है, याद क्यों नहीं करना है, समझ नहीं आ रहा है, कितना नहीं समझ आ रहा है। ये रहे वीडीएफ, ये रहा एडीएफ, प्रिंसिपल ऑफ ऑपरेशन, रिलेटिव बेयरिंग बाय स्विच कार्डियोइड्स, क्या हम इतना याद नहीं कर सकते हैं? एयरबोर्न इक्विपमेंट क्या है? एरियल्स, रिसीवर, कंट्रोल यूनिट, इंडिकेटर्स, रेंज का फॉर्मूला दिया है, एनडीबी है हमारे ग्राउंड स्टेशन। ये क्या याद नहीं किया जा सकता? कितना टाइम चाहिए? क्या समझ में नहीं आ रहा कि याद नहीं करना हमें? फ्रीक्वेंसीज 1902 1750 किलोहर्ट्ज, एल एफ एन एम एफ, एरर्स भी दिए हैं, एक्यूरेसी भी दी है, यूजेस भी दिए हैं, प्रेजेंटेशन इज ऑन द ग्राउंड एयरबोर्न इक्विपमेंट, आरबीआई और आरएमआई। दिक्कत क्या है? क्यों नहीं याद कर रहे हैं जब सब कुछ इतना इजीली आपको मिल रहा है सामने सामने? यू हैव टू पुश योरसेल्फ, जितना दिया है उतना तो करिए अच्छे से। एमिशन डेजिग्नेटर्स, so emission designators are 3 or 6 letter codes defining the characteristics of my modulated or transmitted signal. They will talk about type of modulation of the carrier wave, first symbol. They'll talk about nature of signals modulating the main carrier, that is my audio signal. And third, what kind of information is going, whether it's voice, whether it's picture, whether it's digital. So if I have NON, it means there is an unmodulated carrier, there is no audio frequency, which is a modulating signal, there is no information. NDBs do NON. So ADF will have emission code NON by default in it. So what are the examples? See, ADF has NON A1A or NON A2A. So NON means main signal from NDBs is with an unmodulated carrier, no information signal, no information exchange. A1A means A, first symbol, एम्पलीट्यूड मॉड्यूलेशन, डबल साइड बैंड। सो देयर टू टाइप्स, एनडीबी अलग भेज रहा है, एडीएफ अलग भेज रहा है। एडीएफ जो ऑनबोर्ड एरियल्स हैं, स्विच कार्डियोइड जो मिल रहा है, ये उसका है A1A। एनडीबी इसका है NO1। टुगेदर एडीएफ विल गिव मी 6 डिजिट कोड फॉर एमिशन। वो कोड मुझे नेचर कैरेक्टरिस्टिक सब बताएगा, इट जस्ट मेक्स माई अंडरस्टैंडिंग इजी। सो A1A मीन्स एम्पलीट्यूड मॉड्यूलेशन होगा, डबल साइड बैंड यूज होगा। वन, मेरा जो भी मेन इंफॉर्मेशन है, it's a single channel information and it is only for telegraphy ऑडियो रिसेप्शंस। इसीलिए एडीएफ में बीएफओ होता है, जिसमें आप टोन भी सुन सकते हो स्टेशन आइडेंटिफायर के लिए। जबकि यहाँ पे हम टोन नहीं लेते हैं, हम हमारा जो इंडिकेटर आरबी और आरएमआई, वो बस हमें पॉइंट करता है कि हमें कौन से आरबी पे जाना है, रिलेटिव बेयरिंग, दैट्स इट। कितने बार कब करेंगे आप? और क्या कर रहे हैं आप? सबके एग्जांपल्स दिए। आप बोल सकते हो सर ये इनका मतलब ये होता है, मैं आपको एग्जांपल दे देता हूँ। मेन है VHF रेडियो टेलीफोनी एंड HF रेडियो टेलीफोनी। A3A J3E। A3A का मीनिंग बता दो, J3E का मीनिंग बता दो। क्या है A3 J3? A3E, A is not going to change the first symbol. 3
Right.
is this and E is this। बैठ के पढ़ो, समझो। जो नहीं समझ रहा है डाउट पूछो, खत्म। याद रखो ना इसको। Runway numbering true north. Arey, runways are magnetically aligned. All ground stations are magnetically aligned. Only our charts are true north. All our tracks that we require are true. वहीं गलत कर दिया, ट्रू नॉर्थ नहीं है, मैग्नेटिक नॉर्थ है। इसके वो लोग डायग्राम्स भी मांगेंगे। रिसीवर ब्लॉक डायग्राम मेरे को चेक करने दो। एनी क्वेश्चंस?
No, sir, no questions.
रिसीवर डायग्राम में IF एम्पलीफायर, IF का जो भी है इंटरमीडिएट फ्रीक्वेंसी, उस पर भी सवाल पूछ सकते हैं। बी वेरी क्लियर। ओके, डायग्राम एकदम परफेक्ट तो नहीं है, क्रॉस चेक फ्रॉम योर नोट्स एंड फिक्स इट।
Okay, sir.
सी यू कैन से अरे मैं थक गया हूँ, कुछ खाया पिया रही हूँ, कुछ भी नहीं हो, या एग्जाम टाइम पे कुछ भी हो सकता है। बट इट्स ओनली अ मैटर ऑफ 25 minutes in part 1 and approximately 5 to 20 minutes in part 2.
Mm.
So make a habit of a trigger, a positive trigger, that when you are there, you will center yourself and then perform. Generally, if you don't want to take any external substance like coffee, tea, something like that,
Mhm.
all that will not really help. What really can help you is just deep breaths and rhythmic breaths. Now, this breathing thing actually recenters yourself, and this is done with about 5 to 6 seconds you breathe in, 3 seconds you take a pause, and then 5 to 6 seconds you breathe out, and again 3 seconds you take a pause. You make your own rhythm if you have to. And whatever breaths you take, they should not go on the chest, they should go on the stomach. This
Mm.
thing, if you do for 5 instances before you start, it will really help you prevent errors and trouble. So that is one strategy that really works for students. And you can have your own trigger. Like, आ गया हूँ exam में, everything aside, I need to recenter. I have to like get all my ordinance together for the war basically. It's not
Mm.
even a war, it's just like performance. So have that habit. कभी भी तुम्हें perform आज करना है, you recenter and then perform. That's it. Recenter yourself and then perform. Are you following?
Yes, so I'm
Are
following.
you too exhausted? Welcome to exam level experiences. Don't feel bad saying अरे मेरे लिए मुश्किल क्या है, इसलिए मेरा मार्क्स चला गया. Nothing. So why are you giving me below expected performance in part 2 Viva when today part 2 Viva was our main concern? I wanted to ask you the repeated questions also, but
Mhm.
then we were about time. I'd given you 15 minutes for it. You did answer a lot of questions, but accuracy was missing, detailed information was missing, and some wrong information was shared. So, what do you have to say? How was the experience and what's your strategy?
Sir, as I said, my experience was not quite good because I was not very well prepared, and the strategies I would just have to do a lot of reading from the notes you've shared and also revise. And other than that, if you could suggest something, that would be great.
I've suggested so much. Any reason you're not following them in the first place? What's the point of giving you new instructions when you're not completely? I'm not sure if you have completely followed the old ones also.
Mhm. No, sir, actually, the part two booklet that you've shared, I couldn't complete it fully before um, giving
Why
you.
not? Just do quick reading, na? Read, understand, read twice and understand, and then revise. Revision should be done within 24 hours of your first study or 48 hours of your first study.
Mhm.
दिक्कत क्या है? Why not? You have so much of time. क्यों नहीं कर पा रहे हैं? क्या एक चीज को लेके ज्यादा टाइम लग रहा है? बैठे बैठे कंफ्यूजन हो रही है? क्या हो रहा है? डू इट स्मार्ट वे, डोंट फाइंड योरसेल्फ स्टक। तुमने कुछ गलत नहीं किया है, तुम दोनों में अच्छे स्कोर्स लेके आए हो, बट आई कैन सी सो मेनी एरियाज ऑफ इम्प्रूवमेंट, सो मेनी रॉन्ग आंसर्स, सो मेनी कंफ्यूजन्स। सो दैट इज आर एरिया ऑफ इम्प्रूवमेंट। यू हैव नॉट डन एनीथिंग रॉन्ग। आज नहीं कर पाए तो मुझे कल चाहिए, कल नहीं किया तो मुझे परसों चाहिए, इवेंचुअली यू विल रीच देयर।
Yes, sir.
So you have not done a crime. You are one of the best performers when it comes to first trials. So you should be proud of yourself. I'm just expecting a little extra from you because you have the potential, you have the resources, you have the guidance. If you need anything extra, let me know. The whole point is I need mastery on your areas of improvement. How to explain things, how to explain systems, and accuracy of document numbers and accuracy of information. बैठो ना, वही चीजों पे फोकस करो ना। यू कैन जस्ट
Mhm.
डू ओपन बुक विथ योर नोट्स। ये मुझे क्लियरली आता है क्या? ये नहीं आता, चलो इसको स्टडी कर लो। ये आता है क्या? नहीं आता, इसको स्टडी कर लो बस। आस्क योरसेल्फ, आधे से ज्यादा तो आता ही है ना।
Yeah.
60-70% तक आता है आपको। जस्ट हैव टू फिल इन द गैप्स। It's like suppose you're doing a maneuver, so you've almost got the maneuver perfectly on an accuracy level of plus minus 10%. मतलब 90 to 110 के बीच में है, अपन को 100 करना है, so you're almost there. You
Mhm.
don't give up. You don't feel bad. You're saying you're not happy with the experience. It's a practice experience. Think from practice perspective and tell me how was the experience. Think about preparation perspective and tell me how was the experience.
Yeah, sir, if when it comes to preparation, yeah, I got to know where I'm lacking today. So I know what to do now. I know where to improve. And yeah, that's one thing which I was looking forward to. Like, I wanted to know where I'm lacking and also what more to do. So yeah,
Chalo, work on it,
yeah,
and day after tomorrow, we'll do another one. Okay?
all right.
Don't delay. We'll keep the same time frame. Maybe we'll start at 9:30 only. So don't think, but we'll keep the same logic. If you think it's too early for you, then I'll give you Thursday. But I think the sooner we practice, get it off our back, better. Don't
Mhm.
take pressure, but take it as a task.
Mhm.
ज्यादा काम है आज ऑफिस में, ये सोच के करो। प्रेशर नहीं लेना है, काम है, हो जाएगा, करते रहो बस। जितना हो रहा है उतना तो हो रहा है अच्छे से।
Mhm.
तो टेक इट इन अ गुड वे। चलो, आज मेरे पास 2 दिन का डेडलाइन है, 2 दिन में ये मेहनत करनी है। आपका काम मेंटल है, मेंटल डाउनलोड करनी है चीजें,
Mhm.
और चेक करना है। मैं मेरे लाइक यू रिसीव फ्रॉम हियर, modulate everything, and you transmit back to the examiners. The receiver, transmitter, both are here only for us.
Mhm.
So उस हिसाब से लेके एज अ चैलेंजिंग टास्क, बी रेडी एंड सी हाउ वी डू इट। है ना?
Yeah, sir.
एनी क्वेश्चंस?
No, sir, no questions. I'll
Remind me to send you a couple of forwarded, God bless you, remind me to share a couple of pointers via text and go through them and add them to your notes. Okay?
yes, I'll send you a text message.
Yeah, I will also share that with you.
Mhm.
Okay, good job overall. Part one, amazing. Part two, not bad. Not great, but you'll get there. Understand, take systems separately and master them with those 8 to 9 pointers, and make your own strategy and make your own flowchart if you have to, and be super solid with them. Be
Mhm.
super solid with VMC table also. It's simple. RVSM theory, it's simple. VMC, VFR, you'll get in flight rules, rules of the air, book 1.1. And take a screenshot of these things that I'll show you now.
Sure, sir.
That's it. So, yeah. I understand human factors, okay?
Mhm.
If you're posed, not posed, keep everything aside. टुडे नो पॉइंट फॉर दैट ओके मेरा गलती नहीं था मैं तो खा के बैठता तो अच्छा कर लेता इट्स नॉट अबाउट दैट एट ऑल इट्स जस्ट अबाउट द एक्सपीरियंस एंड परफॉर्मेंस
Mm-hmm.
and preparation. So yeah, I need to have good amount of protein that will last me for till 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning only. 2 बजे तो आप फ्री हो ही जाओगे बट उस
Mm-hmm.
हिसाब से बैठना है आपको ऐसा है तो यू
Right.
लर्न दैट ऑल्सो यू लर्न एवरीथिंग 3 घंटा वेटिंग सरप्राइज ये वो कॉन्फिडेंस so you see this go to regulations Indian aircraft rules 1937 take a picture of this
Mm-hmm.
wait it's not optimized okay
Mm-hmm.
थोड़ा सा एक कवर नहीं होगा but we'll manage. Now, in this, what is important? See, radio telegraph apparatus. If I'm asking about rules, see this, the aircraft rules 1937. Last update was 2019. Lately, a new set of rules has also come up, but these are the primary rules. They were based upon the Indian Telegraph Act 1985. See, what are the conditions of flying? What are the rules? जैसे Indian penal codes होते हैं ना,
Mm-hmm.
IPC this section, that section,
Right.
all
Right.
our rules. Your licensing of your CPL is via Rule 6 of the Indian Aircraft Rules 1937.
Mm-hmm.
So you click on it and you see you get a rule. That's it. And the rule is just one liner, two liner, three liners, most of them.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
And they tell you कहाँ से कहाँ जाना है आपको. So they are saying every aircraft shall carry and be operated by personnel prescribed in Part 5. Okay? And such personnel should be licensed in manner prescribed in that part and in Schedule 2. तो पार्ट 5 में इंफॉर्मेशन मिलेगी एंड स्केड्यूल 2 में इंफॉर्मेशन मिलेगी स्केड्यूल कहाँ होते हैं मैं वो भी दिखा देता हूँ आपको एयरक्राफ्ट रूल्स हैं देखो पार्ट 5 ये रहा पर्सनल एयरक्राफ्ट पार्ट
Mm-hmm.
5 के सारे रूल्स में मिलेंगे आपको रूल 6 से रिलेटेड इंफॉर्मेशन एंड गो बैक इसे आपको बता रहा हूँ अभी याद नहीं करना है बट आई जस्ट वांट यू टू नो ये रूल्स कहाँ से हैं एंड स्केड्यूल्स लास्ट में मिलेंगे आपको schedules are added documents giving you more information on certain aspects of my commercial aviation तो schedule 2 बोला था देखो schedule 2 का नाम क्या है aircraft personnel this is where you come into place समझ रहे मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ या सिर के ऊपर
Mm-hmm.
से जा रहा हूँ
नहीं 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 समझ रहा हूँ.
तो आपका जो रूल था वो रूल 63 है मैंने कितने बार क्लास में बोला आई एम श्योर यू हैव अटेंडेड दो सेशंस सो प्लीज भूलना मत उसको somebody fix the app or the website yeah so rule 63 is the one aircraft for which radio telegraphy apparatus is obligatory. The
Mm-hmm.
whole purpose of RT is that we have an RT equipment or apparatus on board the aircraft.
Yeah.
And that apparatus needs to be operated by a personnel holding a valid RTR license. समझ रहे
Mm-hmm.
हैं आप?
Right. Right. Yes.
So Rule 63 of the Indian Aircraft Rules 1937. This is the rule. Please take a screenshot and read it. 2-3 बार read करो आप.
Mm-hmm.
These two pictures I'll also share with you.
Sure.
एंड और क्या बताना था आपको Hmm, ठीक है if anybody talks about Indian national legislation for air law then it's also here तो
Mm-hmm.
इतना पढ़ता नहीं है but all national legislations are here and international conventions are here these are part of our regulations also चलो, रूल 63 समझा आपको? एंड लास्ट वन मोर थिंग आई वांट टू शो यू इज दिस. देखो, यू डोंट हैव टू डू बुक 1 एंड बुक 2 इफ यू आर डूइंग बुक 1.1. ओके.
हाँ. ओके.
बुक 1.1 से करोगे तो डायरेक्टली यहाँ से ही हो रहा है ये सब.
हम्म.
या, लास्ट सेशन भी आपको मैंने दिखाया था. एक तो
Yes.
आरवीएसएम में प्लीज गड़बड़ मत करना. द कीवर्ड्स यू मिस्ड वाज planes flying in the same direction and planes flying in reciprocal directions on the same route following the same track. But so minimum separation for same direction is 2000 feet and minimum separation for reciprocal is 1000 feet in RVSM. This airspace has certain rules. Pilot should be RVSM approved, airspace should be RVSM approved, aircraft should be RVSM approved. And for the aircraft to be RVSM approved,
Mm-hmm.
ACAS TICA should be working, transponder should be working, altitude alerting device should be working, altimeter redundancy, and one more point. ऐसे एक्सप्लेन करना है. बोला इंडिया में सो फार द RVSM airspace is only between flight level 290 to 410.
Right.
Other than that, there is VSM, same direction, 4000 feet, reciprocal direction, 2000 feet, vertical separation between two planes flying on the same route. These are the keywords. You're struggling with the keywords.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying you did something wrong, but I'm just showing you the problem and how to fix it.
Yeah, sir.
I know the reasons why not. I'm never, no, never doubting your intent or that.
Mm-hmm.
But come on, get it done. And see this. This. Distance from cloud. कितना ही मुश्किल है. कॉमन है. सारे एयर स्पेसेस में कॉमन है.
Mm-hmm.
5000 मीटर्स जो आपने बोला था विजिबिलिटी, वो
Mm-hmm.
अप टू 10,000 फीट के ऊपर है. अबाउट 10,000 फीट इट शुड बी 8,000 मीटर्स. इतना भी
Mm-hmm.
आप बोल देते ना, एक्स्ट्रा पॉइंट्स मिल जाते. एयर स्पेस क्लासेस नहीं भी बोलते तो. डिस्टेंस फ्रॉम क्लाउड्स हॉरिजॉन्टल इतना होना चाहिए, वर्टिकल इतना होना चाहिए.
Mm-hmm.
कम ऑन, रीड दीज पॉइंट्स. हाँ, अच्छे से
Yes.
समझने के लिए, और ऐड कर लो अपने नोट्स में दो तीन की पॉइंट्स विद रिस्पेक्ट टू वाइवा क्वेश्चन.
Okay.
ठीक है, चलो. गुड जॉब ओवरऑल, यू आर ऑलमोस्ट देयर. आई एम नॉट वरिड, बट ऑफ कोर्स even in our practice sessions, if even in our practice sessions,
Mm-hmm.
if we perform good, chances are in exams we don't. And chances are sometimes we perform good here and there also, bad here and bad there also, and bad here and good there also. So
Mm-hmm.
overall, in the end, it depends upon that day and your performance on that day.
Mm-hmm.
So we are working on all possible ways to do the right thing and to avoid any mistakes that could happen generally.
Mm-hmm.
So follow the training instructions and you are taken care of with all those areas of problems. Even if you come across a paper that you have never solved, you still will be able to score 50, 60, 65, 70, and that's what gets you there on the other side. So part one doesn't seem like big worry other than areas of improvement today.
Mm-hmm.
Part two, you nearly need to understand what you have understood today. You said, sir, I know what to do now. Great. So go with it and give me a good one, okay?
Yes.
Don't take pressure of Wednesday. Don't take pressure of Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
जितना होगा प्रैक्टिस कर लेंगे, सारा नहीं हुआ तो.
Mm-hmm.
सारा हो गया तो परफॉर्म कर लेंगे, है ना?
Yes.
टेक अ टारगेट एंड स्टडी, हैव नथिंग टू लूज.
Sure.
चलो,
I'll
ऑल
keep
द
that.
बेस्ट एंड या, the pending request fulfilled by this evening. Okay.
Sure. Sure.
Chalo, all the best.
Thank you so much.
Well, you are clearing the paper. Feel it. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Both. Chalo.